Hola, yes, okay. Welcome everybody. It's your girl Clementine from Big Empress Energy, sending you all them beautiful, bountiful blessings. Stay open to receiving them. Mis amores. We are back to talk about our full moon in Leo. It's happening this week, honey. It's happening on Thursday, January 25th, the first full moon of 2024 in the fiery fixed energy of Leo. Okay, so this Leo full moon is going to be very powerful. Full moons are always illuminating, showing something, reflecting something. Okay, and so with that full moon, we could definitely see that it's going to get a little hot. Things can go from a little bit 0 to 100. Okay. Right now, I'm streaming on Instagram and YouTube. So let me know where you're watching from. How are you feeling in this energy? Okay. Yesterday, I did do the week ahead horoscope, which was basically collectively like a tarot reading. Today, we're going to get into a little bit of the aspects and transits that are happening this week. I will be posting our horoscopes later on today. Okay, some full moon tips as well for all the signs, so you guys know what to focus on, what to release, what's coming through for this energy. But this is going to be more of a collective message. We are also in Aquarius season. So happy birthday to all of my Aquariuses. This is your time, this is your season to show out, have fun, live it up. Okay, celebrate your new year. So we are in a fixed energy. And in astrology, we have our elements like air, earth, water, and we have also our modalities like fixed, mutable, cardinal. So we are in a fixed season. We are in between two. We are like basically in the dead of winter. Okay. We are in the dead of winter when we are in a fixed season. We're like at the peak of a season. Okay. So where I am right now in New York, it is brick. Okay. It's brick city. And when we're thinking about fixed energy, it's holding it. Okay. It's very stable. It's very consistent. It's very loyal. It could also be very stubborn and hard to adapt and really clingy onto their ways. But when we have Aquarius energy, which is traditionally ruled by Saturn, okay, which is a planet that has to do with time and karma, and modern rulership of Uranus, which is more of like freedom, breaking through our future, eccentricity, differentness, detachment. That's why Aquarius has that rap of being a little bit like detached because of that energy. And Saturn could also be kind of looked at as a little bit distant, as well, cold and more isolated. So this is a good time to, focus on your goals and break free of patterns and traditions. Okay. Now, we always have the full moon in the opposite sign. That's why we're having the full moon in Leo, the opposite of Aquarius. So this is a fixed fire sign energy. Okay. Something that these energies do have in common here is that they are going to be in the air and fire energy, which is more of the yang. Okay. It's more of a masculine energy here. Okay. We are going to be having our collective candle Reiki the night of the full moon, January 25th. And if you're new to Reiki, it is an energy healing modality that can be sent through time and space. And it's focused on the subtle energy body. We're going to be clearing out old stagnant energy. Okay. We can release bad habits, release dead weight when we use Reiki, clear out as well any like not only stagnant energy, but like in your mind, like mental energy, as we clear out all the chakras. I'll be going live the night of the full moon and doing a sound bath group reading, as well as an energy healing and a candle altar. And our theme is going to be divine love, because of the fact that Leo is ruling over our heart, okay, the way we love as it's ruled by the sun, okay, which is eternal, unconditional love. And this is love of all kinds. This is really the main connector of all of our chakras is going to be the heart chakra. So we're going to be working on heart chakra upgrades, self-love, harmonious relationships, discipline as well, and things like that. So if you're interested, secure spot on my website, bigempressenergyllc.com. Okay. Going to also be sending out the rest of the orders later today. After I do my horoscopes, I'm going to be packing the orders. So by tomorrow, I should be dropping them off at the post office or have the post office pick them up. So thank you to everybody who also ordered from the beloved Botanica, and there's still potions, sprays, and everything available. Okay. So let's get into it right now. I don't have too much time to go into all the signs. Okay, again, so this is going to be more of a collective reading. Okay, so this is happening at 12:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and this is going to be at 5 degrees. So if you have anything in your natal chart or 5 degrees, this might be aspecting it, especially if it's in a fixed sign. Okay, that's going to be giving us that square energy. So whenever we have the full moon, the sun and the moon are opposite each other. And this is a climax energy with this opposition. And this is also going to be reflecting, illuminating, showing us something, okay, that maybe we didn't see before. With the theme of the Leo energy, we could be seeing maybe how we weren't valuing pouring love into ourselves, or we could have been putting other people on a pedestal, and that could be revealed too. With this full moon in Leo, we could also see how we have let our pride or our ego get a little bit too big, or people, there's a theme I feel like of power dynamics, because not only is the moon going to be opposite the sun, it's going to be opposite Pluto, which could be a very intense and obsessive energy. Okay, so we have this moon Pluto. This could be bringing up a lot of shadow work. Not only that, we're going to have Chiron and the nodes making a square to Venus. Okay, so Chiron is activated with Venus, that planet of love, love. So with Venus being activated in this square, I feel like we could be having issues around self-worth, self-love, self-care. Okay, we could also be having maybe issues coming up around our finances and our financial responsibility and how we've been taking care of that, our inner circle or a social circle, and seeing how maybe we have some wounds, from childhood, or we have some wounds from the way that we were developed maybe as an adolescent, and feeling like, are these relationships, is my social circle valuing me? Have they truly valued me? Is there this hater type of energy? And the nodes making a square to Venus, this is our nodes of fate. So we could be making very fated relationships happening around this weekend. After this is going to be moving on to the weekend, these nodes squaring Venus. So we could be meeting people who are supposed to be a part of our social circle, are going to be showing us something. Okay, so pay attention to that as well, because of that Venus ruling over relationships and the nodes coming to make this square. We are also going to be feeling the Mars and Mercury conjunction very strongly. So some people could be feeling very agitated. Okay, this could be making up some agitating or frustrated conversations popping up out of ego, out of pride. And I feel like with this energy of Aquarius, season that we're in, we're trying to not just isolate ourselves. I tweeted about this earlier. It's like you have to see as well with Aquarius ruling over friends and humanitarianism, like how you can benefit people and how people can benefit you. And this is a mutual interdependence that is beautiful, because we cannot just do everything alone or by ourselves. We need a good team. We need support. We need our social circle. So I feel like there's going to be a big theme for us. Mars and Mercury are making this conjunction in Capricorn, okay, around this full moon. So when we think of Mercury, this is our mind. This can be our communication, and as well busyness. We could just be feeling very busy. We have a lot to do because of this Mars energy. Mars is action. Mars is passion. Okay, Mars is what we do, but it also can be impulsiveness. So this could be impulsive speaking out of your pride or out of your heart, out of how you really truly feel about something. Okay. This can also be impacting people having like just Mars talks. Mars rules over wars and stuff like that. So this could be talks about war or people going to war, people fighting. So be very careful. I feel like with this Pluto opposition, this is going to be about a power dynamic or something that someone's obsessed over, okay, or they've been thinking very deeply on. On the positive side, you could really use this energy to educate yourself on your triggers, on, what you are wanting to be stronger at, okay, with this Leo energy of strength. We also are having the moon making an quincunx or an inconjunct to Saturn. Now, this could be a little bit of a depressing aspect because of the fact that with Saturn and the moon coming together, we could feel hard on ourselves or have insight about what we need to adjust in our life in terms of our responsibilities. Okay, in terms of our responsibilities, what we need to do to take care, responsibility for. Okay, can you guys hear me on Instagram? Okay, I think so. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, just making sure. Okay, ciao. The way I have this set up today is so wild, but I'm using the different, yeah, I'm using a different backdrop. This is the backdrop that I do my Reikis in. Okay, so I want to get comfy and cozy. But again, we are streaming on YouTube as well if you guys cannot hear me. All right. So we have that quincunx. Okay, quincunx are about making those adjustments. Some people could also be feeling under the weather, some health aspects coming with that. Now, the main feature of this full moon is that it's going to be making a square to Jupiter. Now, what we know about Jupiter, it's a blessing, it's a benefic planet, but it also expands everything. It makes everything bigger, makes everything global. Okay, so I feel like with these underlying energies, people can take something very small, something very little, and make it a way bigger deal than it might need to be. Okay, it's a little bit like you're making mountains out of molehills. Another thing with Jupiter is it rules over wisdom. Okay, our wisdom, our spirituality, and our beliefs. So people could be feeling very strongly about their beliefs. That could be leading to our, aggressive conversations or impulses. You have this like need to act, and Jupiter is going to make you act in a very big way. We can also feel triggered to maybe overindulge, overeat, or overspend, doing something a little bit too much, especially with this Venus energy, which maybe you're trying to prove your worth. So you want to buy something, or do you want to do like an excursion, but it could be a little bit expensive, especially because we're going to have Venus making a trine to Jupiter. So these two planets activating each other could be really good for parties, for fiestas, for like maybe a self-care day or a day with your girls. You know, as we have Valentine's Day coming up, that will be positive, but the side of it that we need to think about is overdoing something, overindulging in things that feel good in the moment, but might not be good in the long term. Our conversations with this Jupiter energy, people could be fighting again about their beliefs, their religions, their point of view, the way that they see the world. But with Jupiter, we have to think on a larger level. We have to see the big picture. Okay. This is a really great time to educate yourself, maybe also on something that you don't know too much about. You could get a strong inclination to start binging things that you normally wouldn't watch or listen to. We also have Uranus making a trine to Mercury and Mars. So when we have Uranus and Mercury coming together, this can be very overstimulating for our nervous system, but this could also be an indication that people are going to be getting very genius, future-oriented ideas that you're going to very innovative that you're going to want to work on or pursue. Okay, because of that, Mercury and Uranus, these are activating your mind. Okay. And some people could also gain whatever you're studying or learning about, your mind will be more like a sponge with this. And you might see like the connections and the dots that other people, that normally you might not pick up on. When Mercury and Uranus are coming together, this is really activating our intelligence. And I think this will be very beneficial. People might act also eccentrically, erratically, or in a way that if they feel like their freedom is at risk, or you feel like, someone's testing you, you're going to be more adamant with that Mars energy and Uranus to just do something out the box that people might not be used to. It's like basically seeing a different side of yourself. With Mars and Uranus making a trine, when we have these things, accidents can happen if you're not paying attention. So be very mindful Two, accidents with this Mars and Uranus, or just again, like people acting too quickly, acting erratically, and things just kind of not going in this specific way. But I feel like a positive of this is that when Mars and Uranus are coming together, we could want to do something that normally we wouldn't do. And we're opening up a gateway or a portal to something that is like more of a higher timeline of what we're supposed to be doing. So I feel like this is a very it could be a very dramatic, okay, full moon. I think there's going to be a lot of mental revelations about our relationships, about how we show up in relationships, in partnerships, and also about our love. I feel like with this word of Jupiter, people are also going to need to know their limits, when to say something or when to keep it to yourself, okay, to keep the peace. We also are going to be facing any love wounds or wounds in relationship or wounds to our pride. Okay, so people could be feeling extra sensitive. You know, full moons are always a time when people are just a little bit most sensitive. Okay, or that, you know, people are blowing things out of proportion. You know, people get a little crazy. They have a harder time falling asleep. Okay, especially with this Pluto opposition, you're going to be, you know, maybe not being able to fall asleep, thinking about everything in your life that you want to transform, that you want to change, that hasn't been going the way that you want it to. I feel like, you know, with the Leo energy, and Uranus and Aquarius, this is really about authenticity. Okay, how can you be your most authentic, wisest self, especially with this Jupiter energy? What have you learned? You know, how do you want to deepen your relationship to your spirituality or your religious beliefs? Okay, I feel like this could be a great lunation for doing beauty magic, doing something to your hair, doing something to your look, getting rid of old clothes, okay, getting rid of old decor that is just not matching you. Because when we have that Leo full moon, you want to look your best, you want your hair to be the best, okay? Leo can also be the center of attention. So with this full moon, I feel like people might also be wanting to show out what they're good at, okay, and be very vocal about it or take action around it. This is also a lunation where with this Uranus energy, we want to break the mold. Okay. So you want to break the mold. You want to stand out from the crowd. You want your authenticity to shine. Open up your throat chakra. Talk about it. Open up your heart chakra. Stand in what you love, how you love to do it, not letting anybody tell you what to do with it. Okay. So that's basically the energy of this Leo full moon. Okay, we're in Aquarius season. This is a air sign, so we could be having lots of conversations or having a lot of conversations in our head. Beautiful time to start writing again, okay, journaling, asking yourself those deep questions. A good time to step into the unknown, do something that normally you wouldn't do, because you can really like break the mold, okay, when you're in Aquarius season. You can really be in your creative bag energetically in your mind and share it with the world, all right? And I'm excited for this full moon. Hopefully we'll see you all for our Divine Love Healing Attunement happening on Thursday, January 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have the Reiki School, okay, as well. This weekend, I just saw someone sign up, so I have to definitely make it to the post office to ship that book, but you'll definitely get it. And yeah, so I'm gonna be shipping orders, writing those horoscopes for you guys, and we will talk soon. Unfortunately, I could not do the entire all signs horoscope right now because of mommy duties. All right, mothers, you already know what time it is, but the boss gave me a little bit of time, so that's why I popped in right now. Okay. But yeah, you guys, sending you so much love and blessings. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Bye, you too.